with conflict, COVID, and climate change causing devastation across Africa, resulting in unprecedented humanitarian needs, and now with the humanitarian situation compounded by the war in Ukraine, with spillover effects being felt in Africa and globally. As always, when crisis strikes, it is women and girls who pay the heaviest price. They face increased risk of unintended pregnancy, of maternal mortality, of sexual and gender-based violence, unconscionably, including rape, wielded as a weapon of war. This year alone, over 61 million people will require assistance and protection in the West and Central Africa region. Millions more have been displaced across Eastern Africa, with a record 4.7 million refugees last year. Therefore, UNFPA welcomes the African Union's bold decision to establish an African humanitarian agency that will prepare for and address the ever-growing humanitarian needs on the continent. We support the Union's efforts to prioritize those people who are most vulnerable, especially women, adolescents, and young people who too often are overlooked. And on behalf of UNFPA, I express our sorrow and condolences to the nation of Senegal on the tragic loss of the 11 newborns. Africa's leaders have long advocated for African solutions to African problems, and rightly so. By establishing the African Humanitarian Agency, the African Union is walking the talk, responding to the needs and aspirations of its people. And we pledge to support the agency's operationalization with 1, data support, 2, procurement of dignity kits, hygiene kits, 3, safe motherhood modalities, and 4, the treatment and psychosocial support for women and girls traumatized by gender-based violence in accordance with our mandate and with emphasis on women's leadership, thereby helping to realize the African Union's vision of an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa driven by its citizens. I conclude with this proverb from Guinea Equatorial: a river that forgets its source will soon dry up. Let us not forget Africa's most precious resource, its women and its young people, and let us ensure that we prioritize women and young people in humanitarian prevention, response, recovery, and in peace building. Asante ni sana. Muchísimas gracias.